What's going on, guys? Geeks on the Fee, and today we are going to be doing another podcast, and this is the second installment to it. Last time we did Marvel vs. DC, and this time I'm going to be with...
Hello! Oh, God, look at me. I'm
Right.
not good.
Bet you want to see my feet, don't you, since they're sweating? Okay, I don't know why I did that.
Oh, look
Anyway.
at them. Yeah.
Yo. Right. Everything should be fucking working. If it does, I'm gonna fucking... Right, so... You can start it because everyone wants to hear your opinion. And, if everything goes well... They should be able to hear. Go.
Okay, have you explained to what happened? Because
Yes, I have.
we had like 30. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'm fuming.
Was like
fuming.
was like 20 minutes in. Was like 20 minutes into the recording, and I fucking found out that my audio wasn't me recording.
Marvel vs. DC is an annoying topic, isn't it? Because I don't know what to say that's not already been said, but obviously everything's been said and you couldn't hear it. So basically, what we're gonna do? Oh my god! But yeah.
Well, they could hear you, but they just couldn't hear what I was saying.
Right, Marvel vs. DC is. Yeah, they could hear me, and let's be fair, everybody would prefer that if you just one talk channel, mate. I'm the co-host. I should be the way more. I'm joking, obviously. Love you, bro. Anyway, the controversy and the war between them is dumb. Oh my Christ, is it dumb? Because all I get, Marvel's better than DC. DC's better than Marvel. I like both of them. I don't have an opinion. I would go to a Marvel show after I would binge watch The Flash. That's me, right? And personally, right? And the thing, the whole there's no war between Marvel and DC. They've not said anything. They've not done, but it's all fun and games because Cisco, a few seasons of Flash, kept name dropping all these Marvel characters, and Stan Lee made a cameo in.
No, carry on. It's fine, carry on.
Stan Lee made a cameo in Teen Titans Go to the movies because you can tell there is no bad blood. Because why would Stan Lee, the creator of Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four,
Rest in peace, Stan Lee.
all the superheroes that you know and love would go? Yeah, obviously, I miss Stan. Honestly, I missed the camera.
Same, my guy.
But go, you know what? I don't want to do this because it's DC. Yeah. Why would he go? I don't want to do this because it's a DC film. It's the best cameo I've ever done in my life because that's Stan Lee. And Marvel have not said anything bad about DC. So why is it against them and everybody hates DC or Marvel? There's no reason to hate them. It's stupid.
And the fact that, right, well, in the first podcast kind of thing, I mentioned how Marvel and DC both crossed over with each other. They both crossed over each other. Fucking DC went into the Marvel universe, or was it Marvel went into the DC universe? I'm pretty sure it was DC. Yeah, DC went into the Marvel universe, and I even mentioned that fucking someone picked up the Thor's Hammer Mjolnir, and as you said in the fucking other recording, you mentioned and said when you looked it up, it was Wonder Woman, and we both mentioned the fact that we both mentioned the fact that DC and Marvel don't need to be hating each other, and DC, Marvel can pick anyone to be able to pick up the Mjolnir hammer, and only the worthiest of people can pick it up. And of all people, it's a DC character, and to make it even better, it's Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman was made. Wonder Woman is a character that was made to put the woman rights matter movement even more better. So, like, I think it's a fucking good thing. I know we're not talking about the woman rights movement and shit, but, like, it just proves that together they can both do great shit. To be honest, both of them together can do better than what they are doing on their own.
Exactly. And the thing with as I said before, as we both said in the previous recording, they could make a Marvel Lego DC crossover game, and it will be the best-selling Lego game in the world, because you've got characters like Batman meeting Iron Man, and it could be said merging into one, and it could be the greatest game in the world. It don't even have to be Lego had the rights to do both Marvel and DC games. It's only fitting that they would do the game and put it as a kids game. You won't really do a 12 or like rated R game. You would do a kids game because that's the most views. That's the most spending of the money. Are people so adamant on hating one side when you've got completely different side that make very good films, but then you got the other aspect that make great films, not very good shows.
And
it is dumb.
Right, so this is still going to be on the topic of Lego thing, but you know the Lego Batman movies, so they did mention Iron Man in that movie, but it wasn't a hating kind of thing. It was just like a quirky little jokey thing. It's like when Batman went into his Batcave and wanted to activate his Bat computer, the password was Iron Man sucks. But that's not like a hating thing. It's just like a joke towards shit.
Also, you can have banter between the two worlds. It's like when in Chucky, the recent Chucky, the kid Andy said to Chucky, "I want you to be called Han Solo," and it was Mark Hamill playing Chucky. They've had so many little digs before of DC versus Marvel, but that's what little digs, like a bit of jokey, like, "Oh, you said that. I'm gonna say text each other stupid shit," and then saying, "Oh, I hate you." You know, it doesn't mean nothing. It's just a little,
ban.
Why they have to do any of this?
Like,
yeah, banter.
It's fine for banter, but people will be saying that the hate that people are putting is banter. That's not fucking banter. If it was banter, they'd be laughing about it. Like, DC would be laughing, the DC fans will be laughing at everything that Marvel fans are saying, and vice versa. But it's not.
Yeah. There are so many fights at Comic-Con of Marvel versus DC. People that are getting arrested at San Diego Comic-Con to a DC fan or a Marvel fan to go into vice versa and say, "Your fan base sucks," and then that's stupid. And as I said in the last recording, the only other brand that has this is Star Wars and Star Trek, and I've seen both, and I prefer Star Wars. But everyone else will go, "You are bloody. I'm a Satanist or something. I'm crap." It's dumb. Okay. Like, it's so dumb how some Star Trek fans hate each other when basically, I'm not saying this lightly, they're both as good as people say that the exact same film are wrong. They're not the same film. They're very different. That's like saying how Marvel and DC are comparing the two, and when people say, "Oh, this person and this person can't get along. It's like see, it's dumb in my opinion, and I don't like how.
I mean,
I come to this.
I can personally say that obviously Marvel and DC are different, but I'm not going to fucking compare and hate and shit. Like, obviously, right, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's those videos on YouTube where it says characters that Marvel have ripped off of DC or DC have ripped off of Marvel. I'm like, they will be similar. They would obviously take...
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they would obviously take character names and character powers and shit, but it's not... Like, they wouldn't be there. They wouldn't be there if they were ripping them off. They wouldn't be there. Like, the only character that I know of that had that situation where they're not allowed to use the name was Shazam, because Shazam was originally called Captain Marvel, and as you know, there's a Marvel character called Captain Marvel, and and DC wasn't allowed to use Captain Marvel, so the comics just went under the name of Shazam.
No, but that thing, like there's a fine line between flat out copying and taking what's the word I'm looking for? Taking
inspiration.
I mean, like taking inspiration for a film. Do you know, like Passive, Flash and Quicksilver are very similar characters. Not ripping each other off. Let me think of some more other ones.
Swamp.
Similar characters.
Swamp.
They're not rip off. They're just 2 billion.
The Swamp Thing and Man Thing.
Exactly. It's inspiration.
DC also has Enchantress. Marvel has Enchantress.
Genuinely dying.
No, I can't. Go on. Go on.
Like it's when you have. It's like when you see, like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no.
It's fine, you can laugh, I can edit it. Go on.
Like, there's no comparing the two. There's similarities, but then again, every fan base, there's gonna be similarities between other ones. Like, Brightburn, a reporter said we could took inspiration from Superman and we put it in this horror film and we completely
fucking loved
swapped it around and now it's all.
I fucking loved Brightburn.
Did I? I think it's so underrated. It's very gory, but it's underrated. I love it to bits.
I guess that'll be I guess that'll be one of the
fucking saying, like that you see.
I guess that'll be one of the movies we'll talk about in the other topic. Is Brightburn. If that's what we're talking about, that is.
But that's what I'm saying, like, yeah, but like that's what I'm saying, like, there are so many different superheroes. Why the hell do we all got like the differences? Like, you've got like the superheroes on Marvel side that you just like, I can't stand you. So you are a dumb, like Condiment Man or whatever it's called, Captain Condiment. Like, he is a dumb character, and whoever decided he's going to be a character should be sued and should be hanged from like pike or something. Like, that's what, like, there are dumb characters in each franchise. Doesn't mean
yeah, it's just like people hate. People have the idea of hating, and I think people think if you hate on it, you'll get recognition or some shit like that. But there's no fucking point in it, per se. Yeah. It's just retarded.
Exactly. There's no point in arguing. There's no point of arguing over two films that are completely different. For two franchises that are they're very similar to each other, but they're different in, like, you don't get this with other like brands and everything. Nobody goes, "Oh, I don't like Looney Tunes, but I will Mickey Mouse." There's no like Looney Tunes Disney war. There's just this Marvel DC war that nobody asked for, nobody needs, and nobody. If you're a true fan, you will just leave it.
Yeah, if you're if as a geek, if you're a geek, you're gonna be really fucking into the shit you like reading. If you're only a geek of DC or only a geek of Marvel or you're a geek of both of them, for example, I'm a geek for both of them. Well, I'm more of a geek for DC, but yeah. The point is that you're gonna respect it. You gotta respect it, but if you're a geek, you'll know that if you're a true geek or a true fan or you're loyal, you're going to know that the hate just fucking annoys you. Like, obviously, it annoyed the companies more than the actual fans itself, but the war is just pointless because I guarantee there'll be a load of stuff even if you just search shit up on YouTube for Marvel and DC, and especially Twitter being the toxic place it is, and fucking same with Facebook. And in my opinion, the complete reason why I use Twitter is only to fucking promote my YouTube videos. I don't go on there to search stuff. I do that on Facebook, but there is hate on it, but not as much as Twitter. And on Instagram, I don't see anything.
Oh. Instagram, arguably, is my favourite social media. I love it. I don't think it can do no wrong. But then there's and it's such a toxic place. I've got a Twitter account. Do I use it? Do I hell? I just use it for wrestling news and like looking about this. And 99% of the time, it's pure just hatred and fake news and just. Tom, like a few weeks ago or like a month ago, there was like the Tom Holland is over party. He did fuck all wrong. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there is so much hatred for everything, and it's such a vile place to be. I just hate it. I hate Twitter.
Yeah, it's just I think the main hate kicks off around Twitter. Like it happens for main fucking YouTubers and shit. Like. I know it's not really fucking Marvel and DC, but YouTubers get the kick off from Twitter, mainly from Twitter. And it's the same with Marvel and DC companies. The fans and crap kick off. Football fans kick off on Twitter. Fucking wrestling fans kick off on Twitter. Fucking UFC, boxing, rugby, baseball. Everything, to me, kicks off on Twitter. And there's no plan for any of that as well as Marvel and DC war.
Going like, if there's like a new trailer or there's a new film out, there is gonna be so much hatred for it, and you can't just enjoy the show, enjoy the film you're watching, enjoy whatever it is you're watching, enjoy it. And if you don't like it, stop watching.
Don't hate
and if you don't new toy like the Flash toy coming out, I hate about it. Just don't buy the thing. Don't watch what you're watching. Don't pay the film you had no interest to see. And there's going to be people like, oh, I watched the trailer, I hated it, hoping it would have been good. If you don't like the trailer, don't watch the film.
Yeah, it's like
1 year or so.
It's a fucking trailer. Like, right. So one thing is, you can not like the trailer, but you can like the trailer. You can like the trailer, but you can like. You can not like the trailer, but you can like the movie. But if you don't like, if you're, for example, not liking the trailer and you go and hate the movie and shit, then that's just out of fucking order.
It is out of order. Like, there's a lot of films, and we'll get onto this topic a bit later, but there are some films that get a lot of hate. I hate looking for, like, looking at this thing, and it's like, oh, I don't like this film because it's this and that, and like, it's not in their way, so they hate the film because of it, and it's dumb. It's dumb. There are some great movies out there, but get like a load of hate. the actor want the right choice, but that's besides the point. Most of the time, it's fans not getting their own way and deciding then and then. Not for me. It's dumb. I hate it.
I hate it too, mate. I hate it too. It's a bit pointless. It's a bit pointless, and
it's pointless.
Right, I'm gonna have to edit this out because the cat wants to fucking come in. 1 minute. She wants to go. No, stay. Okay, go.
No reason for people to hate a film, hate a comic book, hate a thing, just because you don't get your own way. Sometimes you don't get your own way. And I don't get why you need to hate this film, but you've made up your mind like this hasn't got this character in it, so now I hate it. And it's like, no, maybe next year, like the Sonic movie, people were hating that Knuckles wasn't in it or any like other character. And I'm like, my cousin was even like saying I wanted Knuckles in it. Like, they'll be in the next one. Just be patient. They're gonna come. Just calm down. If you want it that much, they're gonna listen to you.
You can just wait and crap. It's like there's no need for any hate and shit. It's just a bit pointless, isn't it? It's a bit pointless hating for shit, isn't it?
It's pointless.
Go on.
And I don't understand why they have to do it. It's one of them. It's a war. The only time this war is not gonna end is if Disney buys DC, and that the chance of that happening are
slim. Yeah, if DC bought DC, then DC bought DC. If Disney bought DC, then that'd kill the fucking war, in my opinion. It might kill the war. Might.
It would.
And the thing is,
there's still going to be those butthurt fans that are like, I don't.
That would give the chance for the Marvel and DC movie crossover to happen. If Disney bought DC.
And I would absolutely kill to see Superman versus
fucking Hulk.
The Hulk. Like, just the franchise. No, just an example on top of my head, but just right, we need backup. Let me just, and then Tony's like, let me just call my mate. You're out, Brucey boy. Come round for a couple of pints. Let's get your lead. Just kill. No, it's
fucking no. So Iron Man calls Superman for a couple of pints.
I can see it happening. Though.
Yo, Clark, get your butt.
I'm up like, you're out, Bruce. Do you want to come round for a couple of sherries?
Yo, Clark, get your butt off the destroyed Krypton. Starts instead of Batman versus Superman, it's Iron Man versus Superman.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's joke a lot about like hating me, like, but this is something. And never say never. Nobody thought that when it happened. Nobody thought that Sony would and Disney would come up to a partnership. But
they did.
But it happened. It could happen in the future. Disney could buy out this. Yeah, they part of a partnership, and it's still so. It's Spider-Man still a bit weird.
All right, let's see how long this topic's gone on for.
Okay.
2 minutes. 9, 10. It's gone on for 25 minutes. We'll talk about it for 5 more minutes. Go on. Keep going.
I have nothing to say.
You have nothing to say?
Like, we've got the majority of it.
Oh, fuck. Move on to the movies one then, I guess.
Unless you've got something.
I can't really think of anything.
Oh.
You can go on. Ash, yeah, you go on.
Cool.
The movies.
Okay. Okay, so do you want me to announce what the next topic is about, or...?
Yeah, this is the main topic of the fucking episode.
Just randomly go, I think...
Go on then.
Okay, so the next topic of the episode is it's going to be films that get way too much hate than they deserve because of butthurt fans. I don't know how many we're doing, but we're just going to talk about it and we're just going to see where it goes.
Yeah, just think of movies that fucking top.
I can get used to this being co-host and shit.
Yeah, look at you. Oh no.
Alright, and I've got one. Iron Man. Okay, I love that film. Best Iron Man film in the world.
Wait, what, Iron Man?
Iron Man 3.
Oh, Iron Man 3 is a good fucking movie.
Right.
What?
No, and everyone hates on it.
Iron Man 3 is a good movie.
Well, it's like, it's got so... Thank you. Like, it's got so much hate and it doesn't deserve it. Does not deserve it. I've watched it all the time. It's my favourite Jimmy to this. I will fight it forever. There is nothing wrong. And, right, I like it even more because there was, like, so much complaints about Iron Man being too over. If he didn't have the suit, he would be nothing. They proved it wrong by taking away the suit and giving him all... And then having... literally took a kick ass by the end of the film. And that's what we get. And everyone's like, oh, Iron Man wanted it. What you fucking wanted, and now you're saying that you don't want it. On your bike, mate. On your bike. Go jog on.
Get on fucking Deadpool's fucking mini scooter. Or some shit.
Yeah.
And another movie. Another movie that gets its fucking hate, and arguably didn't even get that much advertisement, which I agree that it didn't get much advertisement, and that movie is none other than Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad.
Great film. Bad script. Great.
I personally love the fucking Suicide Squad movie. I fucking love Rick Flag. I loved Enchantress. I loved Harley Quinn. I loved Diablo. I loved every one of those characters. The characters was ace. The storyline was ace. I mean, I can't tell why they hate on Suicide Squad, and I know the movie didn't get that much advertisement. But yeah, and I know... Right, so I have a massive ass feeling that the second Suicide Squad that's coming out with the Suicide Squad is going to get more hate than the first one because it's not the original fucking characters, and for the fact the whole controversy around James Gunn and what he apparently did, for the fact that he's directing the second Suicide Squad is going to bring it more hate as well, isn't it?
The thing with Suicide Squad, yeah, it's absolutely right. It's going to get more hate. And you know whose fault that is? It's the fans that were upset because of God's a great film, right? The only problem I've got with it is Jared Leto's Joker. However, I feel if you cut him out and left him for second one, it'll be a complete... Make him the main villain. Jared Leto's Joker was barely in it. And everyone hates on Jared Leto for that. And I'm hoping... he redeems himself. Tired about Morbius.
I don't honestly mind Joker's Jared Leto's Joker, but because like you said, it was hardly any hardly any screen time in the movie. I think it's one of the worst Jokers, and that's just my opinion. But I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating it. I'm just saying my opinion that it's one of the worst Jokers. But that's no reason for me to hate the fucking whole movie. And I know even in the director's cut, I don't think there was any much of Joker in that either. And I know, the scene where fucking the helicopter crash and Joker was inside it. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the deleted scene was fucking a half-faced burnt Joker. And that scene, if that scene was kept, the whole Joker being a shit fucking character in Suicide Squad would obviously, I personally think that scene would have made the Joker character better. But Suicide Squad as a movie is an underrated motherfucking movie. I'm telling you now.
It is underrated. I like it. I think it's got an awesome soundtrack. Right. That song, "Sucker for Pain" that they did was a banger.
I know.
Right, it's a bunch of rappers just.
I know you're not a fan of 21 Pilots, but Heathens, in my opinion, is a really fucking dope song.
You see, that's the point. It's got a great soundtrack, great cast. Harley Quinn, Mag Smith, with great casting for their respective people. There is Captain Boomerang. Can't remember his name, and I apologize. Was why is it that all of a sudden it got so much hate? I don't know. All because, and I think it's because Joker ruined it. And I'm not really second to Mars, but I just think that if Joker was in it either more or not in it at all, it would be a 10 times better film.
And Jared Leto did a good job at fucking Joker, but if he wasn't in it, then I'd feel like the hate would not be there for Suicide Squad. Maybe it wouldn't be as popular and crap because the movie wasn't well advertised and shit, but it'd still not get as much hate as it is now.
Exactly. It's just one of them films, right? It's like a guilty pleasure of mine because everyone hates it, but I don't know why I love it so much. But I just do. The idea of it, I just think it was powerfully executed, and I feel like it had the same experience as Justice League, where Snyder had to do a bunch of things that he didn't want to do. He could do his cut of it. It could be an entirely different film.
Right. So you can now bring up your movie. You can bring up a movie you want to talk about that's underrated.
Right. This film, I am passionate about, and it don't get as much recognition as it deserves a little bit. My favourite film of all time, and I genuinely don't get why it's got not hate, but it's just not in the best X-Men film they've done. And it's a great ending to Wolverine. And I just think that everybody shits on it so much, and I've seen it about 12 times with director's commentary, black and white, extended cut, all of them. And I still love it, and I can watch it out.
I think the whole X-Men franchise is amazing, and personally, at first X-Men Origins Wolverine was my favourite fucking movie before Logan came out. And when Logan came out, I was really fucking gassed to see it. I was actually really gassed, and it became my favourite movie that was within the X-Men franchise kind of thing. And I think the main reason why the hate comes towards those movies is the fact that Logan is not around anymore. He's dead. And if they was to do another movie surrounding Wolverine, it'll be the X-23 Wolverine, which is the little girl in Logan.
Yeah. And I don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind E3 in the film. I think the casting choice was amazing, and even the whole Spanish to English, it was improv, and you know how hard it is to do. Me and you both know how hard it is to improvise on the spot, especially talking so fast.
Improvise.
Out of different languages, talking like how fast she did. Like it's just one of them. She's one of those characters, right? That I feel like I hate kid actors. I think they had like you could get like either really good or really bad, and she was great as X-23.
I really think fucking X-23 was dope, and honestly, I'd respect if they did an X-23 movie. Like, if they did, like, they can call it Wolverine, colon X-23 or something like that, or The Rise of X-23 or something like that. I'd respect it. Like, they can
I bet, yeah.
They can make an X-23 movie and it not be a part of the X-Men universe. And although Logan is a fucking good movie, it does get a lot of hate. And although Deadpool 2 kind of ruined Logan for people because of one scene, I'm not going to say what it is, but Logan is, in my opinion, is the best movie in the X-Men franchise, and even better than Dark Phoenix, because that's the latest X-Men movie, I'm pretty sure, is Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, and I just feel like, especially with the whole X-Men, I was absolutely gutted, because I was adamant that X-23 would have been the New Mutants film. She wasn't, and I'm devastated, because I think if she wasn't, would get dross.
Well, she'd fit, but because the New Mutants is like a group, like New Mutants is like a group like X-Men, but their group is literally called New Mutants, I'm pretty sure, and that's full of a lot of characters. And there's a really good villain. And even right, so this is actually going to bring on topic. This is still on topic, but I feel like when New Mutants drop, it's going to be highly underrated. And the guy from Stranger Things, he got caught doing drugs. He got caught doing drugs at one point, and he had a lot of backlash from shit. And I feel like because of that situation, that's going to bring a bit of hate towards the New Mutants movie as well.
But then again, who doesn't take drugs nowadays? Everyone under the sun, like every rapper, actor, has done it. Why is it? I can't remember what the real name is. Why is he doing drugs all of a sudden? Like, made power of Christ compel you when he was smoking a bit of weed. Why? I don't understand why this is so bad. Why it's such a bad.
I mean,
thing for
the only the person, and everyone knows this story. If you are a Marvel fan, everyone knows this story. Robert Downey Jr. He was a person that was heavily in drugs, and I think he was in prison for it. And Marvel saved him, and then he stopped. But like I think Robert Downey Jr. didn't really get backlash at all, but automatically because fucking. The guy from fucking Stranger Things is getting a shit ton of backlash. It's going to take a while to come off it. And I think he could be as popular, I'm going to be honest, I think he could be as popular as fucking Robert Downey Jr. But I feel like the hate coming to him is going to give the New Mutants movie a negative effect and it be underrated when it's out.
Yeah. Like, again, I get like if it was like taking, but there are facts and things that have done far worse than taking a little bit of weed, just to relax and chill. Like, I don't before, but like if like it, I wouldn't judge anyone for doing it, you know. And this, like as you say, well, I had no backlash when he became Iron Man because of it, and arguably he's the greatest like Marvel draw. They've had good draws, but like he's like the one that's up there as like one of the best, if not what's his name? Steve Rogers, but I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say Chris Hemsworth. Is Chris Hemsworth in it? No, that's Thor. Who fucking plays Captain America?
It's not a Chris.
Plays Captain America.
I can't remember. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You know who I mean, though. Like, it don't matter. It just Richardson and punch ourselves, but yeah, like there's just no reason to hate. There's no film just because it's a little different. It's not taking your fancy from.
It's not tickling your pickle and shit. Yeah.
Like an actor that is like, there's no reason to hate. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Is that the end of it then? God, I can't really think of any other movie. But
that's the end.
Alright. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and turn post notifications on for more. This has been Kyle Warren, aka Babos Games. Make sure you go subscribe to him. I think you'll be live streaming tonight, won't you? You said you would live stream today, wouldn't you?
I might. I don't.
I think you should. I think you
yeah,
should.
but I don't know if I don't know. I'll have a look. I'll look.
It should be.
I'll stream tonight.
Yeah, you can do it tonight. It should be done by tonight, and I'll join you if you really want me to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm also starting a podcast on TV podcast.
You what? You're gonna say that again? Say that again.
It's called the TFTV podcast. It's not going to be necessarily geek stuff, but it's going to be like just random shit. Me and my bestie are going to be talking a lot of crafty much.
Yeah, so they're going to start a podcast. They're going to start a podcast too. I think his channel will be gaming as well as other stuff as well. So which will be good. Which will be definitely good. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Enjoyed this. Smash the like with the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn post notification on for more. Kyle will be streaming today, so when he's streamed, his channel will be available to subscribe and that, so go do that. Smash a like on his video, do what you want to do. If you want to say, oh Kyle, go ahead.
Bye.
In a bit.